Master, meditation facilitator, to see everyone here tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, and I'm Helen Chin-Liu, and I am a certified reflexologist, energy medicine practitioner, Reiki master and teacher, and the author. You can see my book back there, hopefully. I know I should be promoting my books more, but I'm really bad at that. And anyways, Robin and I have been hanging out weekly now since March, and we are starting to develop a small community of like-minded people who are interested in self-care and self-healing. So I want to welcome everybody. Say hello to us. We'd love to hear from you. And tonight we're going to continue our discussion when we started last week about we demystified Reiki healing. So today I thought what would be a good subject is what is the holistic practitioner role in your healing? Because we talk about Reiki and learning to heal, but we never talk enough about what is our role and our responsibility to the people who come to see us. So anyways, I figure we'll start off with Robin. What's your take on, since you've been practicing Reiki now for several years, what do you think is your role in healing, helping people to heal?
So as a Reiki practitioner, I mean, my role is to help my clients learn how to help themselves, because it's a very, there are five, I would say there are a couple of different aspects to self-healing, and it's emotional, social, spiritual, physical, and you need to help your clients realize that they just can't show up and not participate. I mean, I think most people that do show up at a healing office for any type of holistic healing, they're looking for help. They may not know exactly what it is they're looking for, but it's a combination of things. It's a combination of your physical health, your mental health, your social well-being, your spiritual health, how you're connecting on a spiritual level with whatever religion you practice, or even if you don't practice, being connected with nature, and finding ways to feel connected to the universe. So I think it's very personal for everyone. Everyone has different needs. Not one person I've ever met on this journey has ever had the same need. I mean, basic needs, yes, but everyone's coming with so much different life experiences. So,
well, yeah, and I agree with that, because one of the gifts I think as a healer, what I do is I try really hard to not judge anybody who comes. And then once in a while I get somebody who will come in and say, Helen, can you heal me? And the first one will say, no, I can't. I'm just the middleman or the middle woman. And this is something I make really clear, because I don't want anyone to give away their healing powers to anyone. And that could be traditional, someone like Robin and me, who see people on a regular basis. It's like, what I love to do is give people choices, because don't you find, Robin, that a lot of people get stuck in a mindset of a certain way of healing and they can't break out of it?
I do, and when that happens, I like them to try different healers and different healing modalities, not to just stick with one thing. That they have to try. They have to try a variety of different things to find that place where they're connecting with their bodies. Because one Reiki session isn't going to do it. One reflexology session isn't going to do it. I mean, just like if you had, a major, emotional issue, going to the therapist for 1 45-minute session isn't going to fix your issue. It's a practice, it's work. and it's fun work. It's a journey, and it shouldn't feel like it's work. I sometimes hear, and I can remember I've been to therapy before myself. "Ugh, I don't feel like going to my therapist. I don't feel like going today." Well, you know what? Usually that's the day you have your breakthrough, is when you don't feel like showing up for yourself. That's the day you have you do the work. So I always tell people that when you're canceling, when you're not showing up, that's what you're not working for yourself, and we need to work for ourselves.
Yeah.
We need to heal ourselves.
And it's true. There is a commitment. So what I do as a holistic healer when I'm helping somebody is not only no pun intended, I push the buttons by doing reflexology or doing Reiki, but it's all about awakening what I call your inner powers, because everyone has the ability to self-heal.
Yes.
It's just a matter of not ignoring the signs.
Yes, and it's so easy to ignore the signs. We're so busy, and it's so easy. I mean, who wants to deal with, half the time I don't feel, you want to face yourself in the mirror and deal with the things that are consuming you. You sometimes just want to look the other way, but that's, it's really important to have a daily practice to check in, even if it's only for 1 minute. Look at, say, "Hey, you, how you doing today?" And really be honest with yourself. I mean, there are days that are not going to be great, but that's okay. It's okay.
When I was in energy medicine school, one of the exercises that we had to do is stand there in front of the mirror, not brush our teeth, comb our hair, do our things, but actually look at the person in the mirror and say, "How are you?" Acknowledge yourself.
It's actually connecting with your spirit, your inner, that you hear, that you just want to say, "Hello, I love you. Hello, I'm here for you. Hello," and just listen to yourself, and help your. It's a practice, and it helps you to seek out your own inner voice and your own inner healer, and listen to how your body's functioning, how you're functioning on a mental level and a spiritual level, and to listen and check in with how your body's feeling. How's my back feeling? How are my knees feeling? How are my feet feeling? What's going on with my skin? Like, really checking in, and not ignoring how you're feeling. And when you have an issue, go to the doctors, go to a healer, go to physical therapy, go to acupuncture. Like, show up for yourself. So many people don't.
Yeah, and that's part of the healing practice. It's really showing up every single day of your life.
And right now, it's been difficult for people to show up. Even going to the doctors, you have to have a telehealth. You're doing your Zoom, but show up. I mean, I know that last year during the pandemic, I've had several different appointments that I've had to go to. Some I've gone to in person, some I've gone to over telehealth. And, even if I do have to say there's one appointment that I haven't gone to that I've canceled twice, which was the dentist. I'm a little nervous about going to the dentist in COVID, which I know a lot of people that have gone, and dentists are really busy because people are still having oral surgery and issues. But I also feel that I can wait another 3 months for that appointment. That's my comfort level. But I've been in and out of the hospital so many times with visiting different people or going for appointments, and I haven't been nervous. It's really important that people take care of themselves right now, especially right now, because everyone's so isolated. We still need to show up for our physical health, our mental health, our spiritual health. I know people weren't even going to church or synagogue, whatever temple they were going to.
So one of the things. So one of the things that I do, especially because I see so many people at the healing place for various health reasons. One of the things, my responsibility as a healer is, this is really odd for some people who are new to doing this holistic healing. I have no attachment to the outcome.
Yes.
So that means I want to help you, but I have no attachment how you take the healing and what you do to process it in your body. This is giving power back to somebody, to the client.
Mm-hmm. And I think most people that show up for holistic healing understand that, but the newbies who are just starting out may not understand that. They may feel that, oh, I'm not getting anything from this. I've actually had clients that, well, I didn't feel anything. Well, that doesn't mean you're not receiving something. One time you may feel something, you may cry, you may vomit, who knows, whatever feeling you're going to have. Remember that time I vomited when I had that experience?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think people have to understand that it's happiness, healing. It's all an internal self job that we need to do. Each one of us has to do for ourselves.
Yeah, and so what I'm doing is I'm giving your healing powers back to you, and this is something that I acknowledge in you. And the more you realize, because out of habit, we give away our healing powers all the time. And we really believe somebody knows better about our bodies than we know more about ourselves.
I've met a lot of people like that, where they just will pop a pill and won't do anything. They won't change the way they're eating, or the way that they're exercising, or the way that they're thinking, or the way that they're engaging socially. And it's really interesting to me how they will just do whatever the doctor says, which is awesome. Doctors are awesome. You need to listen to them. But there's so much more. I mean, how many times has your doctor said you need to exercise more, and do you do it? It's responsibility for our bodies.
Yeah, and that always amazes me too. Yeah, you even know what you need to do, and yet we keep putting it off. Yes. So it's a holistic. One of the things that I emphasize, especially the newbies who come to me, I always tell them what I am teaching them is a tool you add to your tool bag. This is not the end all, and it's not the everything in life.
Exactly.
You've got to do it.
Yeah. And I give people homework. I give them lists of things to do sometimes, not all people, but I give them homework to do. I'll give them different healers that I think that would be helpful to them. And I feel that's part of my responsibility. Like if I feel that they need something more, I will send them to get what I feel they need. And it's amazing. I love it when people circle back around. Oh, I went and saw so-and-so and they were helpful and thank you so much. And, so it's great to see people working on themselves when I give suggestions. It's nice. The other thing, Helen, when you see people, I mean, you deal with some very sick people. Not everybody. I mean, some people are born with chronic illness, physical disabilities. There's all kinds of, everybody has different health issues. So sometimes, they're in such a state of pain or distress or whatever, or simply there's no cure. And that can be very frightening for a lot of patients or clients that you see in that space. And that the holistic healing can really help on a spiritual and emotional level.
Yeah. And
have you had experience with clients that you've met? I know you've had so many over the years.
Well, I'm going to talk about a more recent one. This is a young man who's probably around 17 to 18 years old, and he's suffering from depression and obsessive compulsive disorder. And there were days that he just can't get out of bed because he's so depressed. And of course, his parents don't know what to do with him at this point, because all of traditional medicine basically say, hey, try this drug, try this, try this. So one of the things that I believe that I do, and I think I do it well, as I'm working with somebody through reflexology and chakra medicine, I want to empower the person by understand why this energy is stuck. In fact, that's why I wrote the book, Know Your Chakra, back here.
That's a great book, guys. It's a good read.
It's a good read, especially if you want to understand your energy flow. And the more you understand why and how that energy gets stuck in you, this is where the power comes in. You could actually override the stuckness.
Yes.
Because stuckness is usually fear and doubts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And once you get in that repetitive cycle, it's really hard to get out. But one of the things that, as Robin and I are developing this our class, we're going to do a live stream Reiki I course, hopefully by the end of March. I'm doing a lot of writing for the book, and I'm getting Robin to write parts of the book too. Right, Robin? You're going to write it?
It's so hard for me. This is one of my places where I need to grow spiritually and emotionally, is getting in touch with my inner writer. And Helen knows how hard it is. It's like pulling me through the mud. It's like pulling teeth, right? It's like so hard for me. It's just, and it's in my insecurity too. I'm insecure in that place, and I know I can do it. It's just an insecurity that I have. So we need to find a healer. We need to find a healer for me to get me over that one.
Well, the thing is,
do it for myself.
The thing that I always tell people is, when you're most afraid, that's when you have to do it.
Yes, it's true. I agree with that 100%. 100%. So, I mean, I agree with that. You just have to put yourself out there and try. We have one life, right? We have to go for it.
Well, as I always say, nobody's judging you the way you're judging yourself.
It's so true.
And no one cares. That's the bottom line. Unfortunately, that's the part that's really true. Everyone is so concerned about where they are. You're the last person on their mind. And I'm going to say that as honestly as I possibly can.
I believe that. That's so true. So true.
Yeah. So because somebody has those, when I hear people say, I can't, and I will always say, why can't you? And it always comes back to, I feel insecure. And that's okay.
Yeah.
So what?
Right. It is okay. And I'm okay with feeling insecure about it. Well, I am.
Exactly. Own it and just do something about it. And Boti says, yeah, and it shouldn't be a word, but it is, because everybody is so afraid that someone else is looking at them in a funny way. And so what it does is trigger that pain inside of you.
It's so true. And I have to tell you, I was thinking about this because we've been talking about this lately, about my writing and stepping up and doing that. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about when I started feeling, when I went back through, kind of did this thoughtful journey back through my education. And I can remember an English teacher, it was either the 7th or the 8th grade. Actually, he was annoying. I can remember him, and he was just this annoying teacher. He was also like the track coach or one of these coaches. I think I was on one of the teams, like an after-school activity. And I can remember him in front of the entire English class commenting on my body. Here I am.
Really?
Yes, in junior high. What was I, like 12, 13 years old?
Like a spring
that I was fat. Okay, now here I am, like all of, like, I could show you pictures of me from when I was that age, and I was not fat at all. And I can remember sitting in class and totally like shrinking down and thinking like, and so I think that's when I got really insecure about myself in and around writing and English, because it was in this class, because I really thought back. So I need to go back and heal my inner tween.
Between, or or we could do a healing that we could lift that energy
Yeah,
because
yeah.
because you know, think about if he's saying things like this to you, what is he
Front of the
really
entire class.
thinking about himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. And it's funny. And I did. And also in college, I had a public speaking class, and I was always so nervous. And I think it probably went back to that initial, wounding, that trauma that happened when I was in junior high. That these public speaking teacher made me stand in front of the class and put a book on my head to do my
Oh
presentation.
man, did you go to a Catholic school or something?
No, I didn't.
Sorry.
But I can remember standing in front of this like lecture hall, like there's probably 30 people in the, because he didn't like the fact that I kind of like, and you can see here I am on this video, and I'm like, lotion on, so I'm kind of rubbing my hands, and I'm moving in my seat because it's chairs on wheels. That's just who I am. I wiggle. So he didn't want me to move. He wanted me to stand straight, tall, with a book on my head and say my speech. I'm not shy. I mean, who cares if I walked around the room during the presentation, whatever. Anyway, when I think back, I think a lot of my insecurity comes from that. So Helen, we need to work on healing me around that.
No.
Because I was thinking about it this week because you wanted me to write this book, and I was getting like nervous.
Well, you know what? There's a topic right there. How are wounds planted?
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. Everybody has them. We all have
Everyone
them.
has wounds.
Subject to comments, and and if you think about it, most people, they have no idea that they're hurting your feelings unless you tell them right then and there, or
Exactly.
their intention wasn't that. Their intention was not to do that. So, or maybe it was. Some people are nasty. We do have that energy. There are those people out there in the world. So,
well, let's do this, and we'll talk more about the Reiki class next week. But I find this is an interesting subject. In fact, this is something I'm going to be adding a section into the booklet, because everyone as a holistic healer needs to know what is their responsibility in somebody's healing, including your own.
Yes, absolutely. And we all have healing to do. Even healers who have been practicing healing for 30 years still have healing to do. I mean,
oh please, and some of them come with biggest egos.
Yes, exactly. Things are coming up in our lives as we age, and as we learn, and as we evolve. There's always healing work to be done. So I'm excited for this Reiki class. Everyone who is on it, hopefully, if you haven't taken Reiki I yet, you'll join us. You'll have to come and sign up.
Oh my God, we'll have so much fun. Yeah. We'll be like outrageous. I'm very good at being outrageous.
Oh, we will have so much fun. Lots of laughter, which is very healing. Laughter is very healing. So let's see what time is. 7:23. So I haven't done a meditation to end our little. We want to do a Reiki healing meditation tonight. So you want to send some distance Reiki to who's on watching?
I got my hot hands. Oh yeah, before we
a nice round meditation.
Yes, I'm hoping the Reiki class will take place sometime at the end of March or beginning of April. We'll do it before tax season begins, okay?
Yes, that would be great, actually. And everyone, sign up for the newsletter so you can make sure you get that in the class. So sign up for that information. But we'll remind you. So everyone, taking a nice deep breath, and I'm sitting on my office chair with the wheels. I'm going to try to ground myself. If you're sitting up, put your feet on the ground in front of you, firmly on the ground in front of you. If you're lying down, just feel the weight of your feet. Feel your energy connecting with the gravity of Mother Earth. And notice your breathing. And take in a nice deep inhale in and out. And do that 3 more times. As deep as you can. Inhale and exhale. Relax your shoulders. Relax your eyes. Now continue breathing nice and slowly, nice and normally through your nose. If for some reason it's not comfortable for you to breathe through your nose, it's okay to breathe through your mouth. Notice the temperature of your body and continue to relax. I want you to visualize in your mind's eye at the crown of your head a beautiful white golden light. This is your energy, your personal halo. And I want you to imagine this light spreading out around your body, filling up your energy field, your aura. As this light is filling your energy field, feel your body relaxing. The light is coming down around your body, all the way to the tips of your toes. And in your mind's eye, I want you to picture yourself in this beautiful light. This is your personal space, your energy field that protects you and heals you. And just relax into this warm light. Notice your breathing. This energy that is you is connected with the universe, with all that is. This energy that surrounds you and that touches the earth and the earth's energy and helps keep you grounded. And just feel that energy at your feet. Feel the gravity and the connection to the earth. And feel the energy surrounding you, all around you, at the crown of your head, connecting you to the heavens above, the universe, and all that is. And just breathe into that beautiful healing energy. Feel the weight of your body. And know that as you move through your life's journey on this beautiful planet, that this beautiful light energy is with you, surrounding you, protecting you, and healing you always. And just breathe into that feeling. Feel the warmth around your body. Feel your heart beating. And just let the weight of your body relax. Now taking a nice deep inhale in and out. Again, one more time, a nice deep inhale in and out. And on the next inhale, I want you to wiggle your toes at the same time. Exhale. Feel the energy moving up your legs and into your hips, and feel your spine, and just give your back a little movement. Roll your shoulders. Wiggle your fingers nice and slowly. And again, nice inhale in and out. And slowly open your eyes. And just come back to the room and move your arms a little bit. Just give yourself a stretch. And continue to feel relaxed, but know that you're connected to the energy that's around you, the energy that is you. And thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy that very much. I always do. Not because it's me, but I really do enjoy these talks. That's the reason why Robin and I love to share. So please, if this is something you think will help a friend, follow, like, share, subscribe, you name it, part of our community, and let's build a big one.
Yes,
and I think next week.
Join us when we teach the Reiki I course, and we will teach
Yes.
you how to heal yourself and how to, and just by learning and sitting and healing and practicing Reiki on yourself, you will really become a great meditator.
Oh, yes, and definitely. And next week, I would love to talk about this subject. See, I come up with these subjects all the time. It drives Robin crazy in a way. Let's talk about universal healing. Where does this energy come from to heal us? And how do we capture it? I think that's a great subject. So join us next Tuesday, whatever that date is, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And
16th.
Robin and I will be the 16th, and we'll be back with how to tap into that universal healing.
Yes, and keep imagining yourself in that beautiful white orb bubble of gorgeous energy that you are.
Be well, be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.